Hello and welcome to your Valley News Now update. Duke Schindler giving you a rundown on what's going on here in the newsroom, what we're working on, and an update on what's going on in the community. So we want to start it out here. A Beltrami County man is facing multiple charges after allegedly threatening a man with a shotgun. Now, this happened on August 17th. According to court documents, Beltrami County deputies received a call that two family members were in a dispute and one had pointed a shotgun at the other. So we want to bring this up for you. This is Dylan Villaren. When police arrived, the victim said that he had been removing property from the residence he had previously lived in when Dylan Villaren, you see right there on your screen, pulled into the yard, exited his vehicle, and swept the shotgun across, end quote, the victim while gesturing for the victim to leave and called him a thief. Now, the victim says while he was in the house with Villaren, he came at him. The victim says when he pushed Villaren away, he reportedly punched him. The police spoke with Villaren and he told them that there were ongoing issues with the victim taking things from the property, but he denied throwing any punches. Villaren was arrested and he is facing a terroristic threat and assault charge. Then over to Becker County, a man is facing domestic assault charges after punching a woman that he currently lives with. This incident happened on July 10th of 2025. Officers from the Audubon Police Department were called to Newman's in Audubon, where they made contact with the victim and observed her shirt to be ripped away and swelling on the right side of her face. She also stated that Joseph Crawford punched her in the face and was unsure why Crawford had hit her, but he had allegedly hit her frequently on several different occasions. Officers would then speak to several witnesses, with one explaining that Crawford and the witness were supposed to go out on a job with Crawford, having a bottle of liquor with him. He would tell Crawford that he, quote, wasn't having it anymore with the alcohol in his truck. Now, Crawford's emotions seemed to escalate from there, according to court documents, and then proceeded to walk to the victim and started punching her. The witness stated that Crawford drinks every day and reportedly beats the victim. Officers would ask the owner of Newman's, who gave authorities permission to search the property of Crawford, where Crawford and the victim lived together in a fish house. Crawford is currently arrested on these charges. Now we're continuing our coverage into the Fargo Police Department with Valley News Live, recently learning that 65 officers have left the Fargo Police Department under Chief Dave Zabolski. Now, Chief Zabolski was brought on in the October of 2020. 50 of those deaths were voluntary resignations, and then 14 retirements as well as one death. A year-by-year breakdown shows resignations have gone down to 16 in 2021, 13 in 2022, 7 in 23, 10 in 24. So far, there's just 4 this year. Now, we requested this information after city leaders called for the chief to step down at the start of this month in regards to his handling of a pair of deadly shootings that we all know about. No action was taken on that at last night's City Commission meeting as Mayor Tim Mahoney was out of town. City officials are expected to discuss all of this at their next meeting. But that isn't the only thing the Fargo Police is in the news for here. From our partners at Family Flag Media, recently talking to the mayor about Fargo Police's new remote workstation in the Scheels of South Fargo. Now, while he supports the plan to set up shop inside Scheels, he's concerned about the way the plan was communicated to city commissioners. Mahoney says this has been in the works for about a year, but it was sprung on commissioners and thrown up for a vote at Monday night's meeting.
We have another situation where the Dem NPL is standing up for all North Dakotans, for the rights of all North Dakotans. And Republicans, will see, will they even stand up for their own voter base?
Now, commissioners approved the plan 3-2, and Mahoney says about the department, they did look at other locations, adding a substation could be built near Fire Station 8 on 33rd Street South. And then over to yesterday's meeting to President Trump. He said Monday he plans to sign an executive order to get rid of mail-in ballots. And that's coming from altogether. That potential decision has some Democrats concerned. Now, in the last election cycle, 40,407 people voted by mail in North Dakota. 11,705 of those people were in Cass County as well. So we want to bring this shot up for you here. This is the one that played just before.
We have another situation where the DemNPL is standing up for all North Dakota.
Now, President Trump also added he wants to change the voting machines as well, claiming we would get secure elections and faster election results. But over to the sports side of things, the Red Hawks got back on the winning side of things last night, demolishing Gary South Shore 8-0. We'll pull this up here for you. A great outing by Kyle Krieger. The Railcats just hated to see him on the bump. 9 strikeouts for the Mississippi native in 7 1/3 innings of work. The Bats didn't need much help, but they took the lead here, taking an early 3-0 lead after 2. 3 RBIs from Michael Hallquist and a home run from Lamar Sparks, giving the Red Hawks enough cushion to close it out. They take the dub, but still remain a game and a half for second place behind Kansas City. And some great news here. The Scheels Center, they're ready to open their doors again, once again this winter. Bison basketball having a nice season last year, finishing 21-11, but falling to South Dakota in the first round of the Summit League Championships by just a single point. But hey, new year, new Bison, as they just released the upcoming schedule we're going to get here. Take a look at your screen. This is some of the key matchups for the Bison this upcoming season. Now, the first action we're going to see is actually in Minneapolis against the Gophers for an exhibition game on October 16th. That should have Williams Arena rocking there. And then one more exhibition before they open the season against Oregon State in Oregon State to take on the Beavers. Now, a great game ahead at December 13th as the Bison head to Iowa to take on Drake, who fell in the second round of the NCAA tournament last year to Texas Tech, and they only had 4 losses on the whole season. Conference play starts right before the new year with none other than the team that knocked them out, South Dakota. That's going to be happening on New Year's Eve. A great welcome to 2026. Then on January 10th, their first matchup at defending conference champs Omaha. And right after that, the pesky Jack Wabbits come to town on the 14th of July. A couple great back-to-backs there. Summit League tournament is set for March 4th to the 8th. All right, thank you very much for joining us for your Valley News Now update. Duke Schindler sending you off from the desk. We'll catch you later.